Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to start the rainbow challenge. I've seen a lot of YouTubers do this challenge. For some reason, I decided to start out with the greenhouse and not go in the rainbow order of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. So for whatever reason, I decided to go with green. I am building out this super little cute house. I was getting inspiration of like a cottage sort of house. I wanted something with like pastel colors. I didn't want like anything neon, so I'm using more pastel colors. I'm using this door from base game, so that sort of set the tone for the colors we are using in the house. I'm also using this roof from For Rent, and I think the trim of the roof is from Lovestruck, or from For Rent. I end up using some base game windows. I just thought these looked really nice. I couldn't find anything particularly interesting in any of the packs that I have. And these also have that nice green color inside of the windows. Here I am just trying to figure out what wallpaper to use on the outside of the house. At the beginning, I thought I wanted it to be white, and then I realized that it was too white, and I ended up going back and switching it. But this wallpaper from Cottage Living is under the green swatch, this like sort of brick-ish, wallpaper. And if you do look close enough, it does look green. So I ended up using that as an accent wallpaper, and I'm starting to go in with a little bit more accents. I'm using these lamps from Lovestruck, these flower boxes from Cottage Living as well, and these plants from Snowy Escape. You'll start to see that I use this like purplish color in the flower boxes, and so that will come into play as I do the landscaping around the house, because purple becomes a very prominent color in the landscaping. I just thought it looked really nice with the green, sort of giving maybe Little Mermaid colors now that I think about it. So the purple is used a lot here for the landscaping. This bench that you see there at the entrance is also from Lovestruck. It's super cute. It has like a butterfly accent on it. I was trying to figure out what wallpaper to use here. I wanted something to go with the shingles of the house, and I just found that this one was the best one for the house. And I do think you can tell we're going for all green here. So I'm just adding in more stuff. I did round the roof a little bit more, so you'll see that there. Here I finally came up with a layout, and I'm adding those doors from base game as well. Those came with a new update, so they came along with that entrance door as well. I'm going towards the back, and for whatever reason, I wanted to add like all this ivy and all of these plants in the back of the house, and I think I went a little overboard if I'm being honest, but I think I wanted to cover up that there was no window there, so I just put a lot of landscaping on that corner. And now I'm going in here trying to find a nice color. I think I end up using the same one I used outside. I'm not really sure. But this flooring is also from base game, and it looks really nice with this staircase. I think this staircase is from Cottage Living. This little table I end up using here at the entrance is also from Cottage Living. I play around with different things. I don't really know what I want to do here, but it's actually not the one from Cottage Living. This is from base game. This mirror is from Lovestruck, and it's one of my all-time favorite mirrors, so you'll see me use this all the time. I end up switching this with the bonsai tree, just a bowl, and a tapestry from For Rent. These tapestries from For Rent are really, really nice. I end up switching the sofa with the Cozy Kitsch sofa, and this is also the Cozy Kitsch art. And now as I'm stepping into the living room area, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do here. I ended up putting a fireplace and I switched it. I just thought it was too big. And then I end up using this wallpaper from Love Struck. I really like the moody green. I think it's a really nice touch. It goes really well with the floors. And yeah, I had windows originally here on this wall and I took them out because I really wanted a fireplace. It just looked like the right place to put a fireplace. And this fireplace is actually not even a real fireplace because you can't turn it on. It's just for aesthetics. This is also from the Cozy Kitsch kit. And this olive tree from the Sleek bathroom kit is really, really nice. It just looks so real. So I ended up putting that here. I switched the fireplace, so I guess you can you can turn it on. And this is also from base game, so this is also from a more recent update that we got in base game. I do end up using that cottage living table there behind the sofa so that as you enter, you'll have something to see. And I am using the matching Cozy Kitsch kit chairs here. I give them a bonsai tree. I guess in this moment I remember that I needed to give them activities, so I gave them the sewing kit from Cottage Living. And I think I give them a guitar in this moment after I try to play around with a rug here. I always forget to give them activities and just want to decorate, so I made an effort here to give them something to do. I am gonna start cluttering up here this little table, and I'm gonna use this radio from the Cozy Kitsch kit. It also goes really nice with the rest of the colors that we have going on. And this little coffee, tray, I was gonna put on the sofa and I just couldn't put it on there, so I just ended up putting it on the table and I just thought it looked really cute. I'm going to step now into the restroom. I end up putting a bath shower situation in here. I have never used that before, but I just felt like it fit the aesthetics of the house so much that I just had to put it in there. This is one of the most interesting shaped bathrooms that I have done in The Sims. It's very odd, if I'm being honest. This wallpaper from the Home Chef Hustle kit, I use it all the time. It's just my favorite. It has so many cute swatches. And I just thought it was a nice pop of color here in the house. This sink is also from Cottage Living, and I'm using this mirror from the Sleek bathroom kit. Also reminds me of the Little Mermaid for some reason, the waves. I just see it and I think Little Mermaid right away. Now I'm stepping into the kitchen. We are using these cabinets. They are from base game, also from a recent update. And I say recent, but this could have been almost a year ago if I'm being honest. But I just thought that the color was really nice and they fit the space really nicely as well. I wanted to put a nice small dining table, not coffee table. These chairs are also from the Cozy Kitsch kit, and I think the table is also from Cottage Living, and the curtains here are also from Cottage Living. I started to play around with, the appliances. I put this fridge from the new kitchen clutter kit. It's one of my favorites. The stickers are just so cute. And for some reason, I wanted to put a base game stove. I just felt like it went well with the white fridge that we put in here. And I'm just cluttering up the space with more kitchen clutter items. This backsplash, this subway tile is also from base game, and it comes in so many cute colors. And the brick on the left hand side, that one is actually from Cottage Living. I also use that pretty often, if I'm being honest. I just think it has really nice texture. I ended up taking off the cabinets that I had there on the corner, and I just put some open shelving because I wanted to clutter up the space. Oh, and I forgot to put the trash can inside of the kitchen, so as you can see, I put it in the hallway. But this has become one of my favorite things to do in The Sims 4, cluttering up an open shelving space. In real life, it's not really practical because it'll always be messy, but in The Sims, like, they never reach for this stuff, so it just looks nice up there. So I just put some pots and some little plants and, a cookie jar. And so, just to make it nice, I always put the candles in there, and I'm pretty sure it's a fire hazard, but what can you do? Anyways, so I'm coming upstairs now, and trying to sort of make a nice layout. Oh, before I go, I put some art here downstairs, next to the trash can. I always forget about that matcha little drawing from Snowy Escape. I just think it's really nice. I came out to the balcony. I put a telescope there. I put a bench, and I did put some monkey bars downstairs so that when the kid grows up, there's gonna be a kid in this house, he can play there. I was thinking that it was a couple, and they had a baby, so you'll see that play out in the rest of the house and how this space ends up looking. I forgot that I used this table in the entrance downstairs, or like behind the sofa, so I just ended up using it again because I just forgot. And this candle is also from Base Game, and I just think it's really nice. Like, it looks like a nice candle you would have in your house, like an expensive candle to have in your house. Upstairs, I ended up having this little like nook area where I thought it could work like as an office space, and I imagine that the person who lived here perhaps was an interior designer. With Dream Home Decorator, you can do that career in The Sims. And so I used a lot of the stuff here from that pack to decorate the space, and make it look a little bit more cozy. I gave them a computer and this rolling chair. I think this is from high school years, and it's so nice. I gave them an easel so they could paint. Again, just thinking of activities they could do in this house. And I just want to live in that little nook. Like, it's so cozy. And that lamp, I want to stay there forever. I ended up coming upstairs to give them another restroom. I don't give them a tub, so if they want to take a bath, they can use the downstairs bath. But I just end up doing a shower toilet combination, and you'll see that here. I love these separators from the Sleek bathroom kit. I just think they are super useful. And then I just gave them these counters that we use downstairs in the kitchen, to sort of give them some more space, where I end up putting, of course, more clutter. Like, more space for what? For more clutter. I really like these flowers from Love Struck. I like to size them up. I just think they look more real if you size them up. And here is the Love Struck mirror once again for the 100th time. I really like the one with the pictures because it looks more personal. And this little art picture next to the mirror is from Base Game. It's basically a picture of nothing. I feel like it's a picture of air. I put this, bath mat that I wasn't really sure about. It gave 2015 vibes, but I decided to go with it. And then I'm using these curtains. I think they're from the Desert Luxe kit, and I couldn't believe they were in green. Like, I knew they were in like a pinkish color, but I couldn't believe they were in green. And then I'm going to split up the bedroom into like a baby area. So you'll see me starting to set that up, and trying to figure out what I want for the main area over here. I end up switching that bed because I don't like it. That color is kind of ugly. Like, I don't know. So anyways, I'm trying to clutter up the space here. And, I love those reading glasses. I just think they add a nice touch. Here I am trying to find a bed that fits. And I end up putting this one, which I think it's too yellow to be considered green for the greenhouse, but it's fine. I'm using this dresser from Snowy Escape, and I'm just putting on some green boxes from Dream Home Decorator. And then I imagine that the artist would have some canvases laying around the house. I'm decorating the baby's area. It has become one of my favorite things to do lately, like decorating kid spaces in The Sims. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the space. And that's all I have for y'all today. Don't forget to like and subscribe.